Morning, hello. I don't think I've said hello to you yet. I'm doing a bit of a funny old thing. This is just a little funny old thing that I do. One of those things that I imagine everybody does, but I don't know that they do. I'll get on with it. I get my vegetables from an organic local veg box. So all of these vegetables here are grown about a mile away down the hill. And they always come covered in mud, as they should, because root vegetables covered in mud store much better than when they're washed and they're clean. So what I tend to do is I soak them in some filtered water overnight, and in whatever, usually a bowl, but I had this dog biscuit carton available. Dad, I will wash it before I give it back to you, don't worry. So in here is all that lovely organic mud with all the microorganisms and what have you. And I'm now going to water some of my houseplants with this, give them a little bit of a plant feed and a little bit of a boost. I expect somebody might point out to me that that is a surefire way of introducing some sort of horrible disease to your plants or whatever, but it's not happened so far, and I definitely trust where I get my vegetables from. So that's a caveat just to say this is what I do and it's fine, and maybe you'd like to do it too, but just beware, it might not be fine. So let's give my monster money plant, it's always quite thirsty, a drop, a wee dram, and then I think these two could do with a little, I'm going to be able to do this and film it because I need to, oh no I can't, I can around the back. Just a little splash, that's good filming. And the dogs are barking, so that's lovely audio. Even better filming. Yeah, let's water this one. And give it a swirl. Water that one. Oh look! There's a carrot in there still. This one's looking a bit miserable. This was a cutting that I took from one of Turnip's plants. Oh, it's ever so dark today. There's my wreath. Sue said, why is yours so much bigger than everybody else's? It's because I went bonkers with the foliage. Look, you can see I haven't done it very well. Never mind. Right, let's go and retrieve this carrot. And look at all that mud in there. I'm going to add some more water to that and carry on watering my plants. We are very cold, aren't we, Margot? Something's weird with our heating. We've got one of those nests and it doesn't seem to be doing what it usually does. What's that on your eye? So I've wrapped her up. Look how small she is. That is quite a small armchair. Her head is the size of a large orange. Last year I picked these up. Can't remember where from, somewhere in January, and they're snowflake thingies. I'm going to put them along there. One year I put lights that came down and they were so gorgeous, but every time somebody came to the gate or walked past, Bunny would throw herself like she does at the windows and she'd get wrapped up in them and then rip them down. It drove me potty. It's just so cold, I've lit the fire. Toby thinks he's sorted out the Nest controller, but I can see my breath in the house. It's that cold. So I've lit the fire. I know I could have got on my hat and jumpers and shawl and all of that sort of thing, but the trouble is with an old house, many of you will know, is that once the bones of the house gets cold, it takes a really, really long time for it to warm up, and then you start getting damp issues. So on with the fire. That'll sort everything out. I'll sit here and mantle. Is that the opposite to dismantle? I will mantle these snowflakes. Very sweet. I'm just putting them together with some paper tape so that I don't have a difficult knot to untie, or have to try and store them like this, because they're so easy to store like that. I'll get them out year after year after year. And actually, if you were to add in a few other colours, like, I don't know, say if it was my birthday, I'd add in some pink. The boys would want green or blue, grey, silver, something like that. I've got loads of that paper left over from the from making the paper chains. I'd quite like to make some more of those, some more things with that paper. Oh, come on, I can't even feel any heat coming from that yet. I love them. I love these. These are so great. Let's have a few more up. Try not to use the command hooks, even though I waited till I got them to start this job, because just the less I can use of that sort of thing, the better, really. Oh, I love it. Poo. How's that looking? Oh, so festive. Love it. Happy with that. That looks, I think, lovely. Hopefully those three on the door that opens won't drive us mental. And although they you know, they look a bit odd, like they're not quite part of the gang, at first glance you wouldn't notice that. Right, I'm back from walking the dog, and I need to tackle all these half-started jobs. Look at that wreath. That's been up there for over a year. But my little cupboard that I got during Vlogtober, it's down there. It's going to go up there in that corner, so I'll deal with that at some point. Right, what I think I'm going to do now is sort out the tree. I've had this idea that I'm going to put more coloured fairy lights on the tree and more white lights, and then slather the whole lot in decorations to hide all the wires. And then I can have the best of both worlds. I can have all sorts of combinations, can't I? That's what I'm going to do. I've got the lights on, and I think there's a winner here. So I'm going to show you all the different lights. So there's these ones, coloured LED, followed by not the LED, just the coloured fairy lights, the incandescent ones. They're the ones that have got a little hood on them, like a little shade. Then we've got the candle ones. Like that, which is sweet. With the incandescent with the shades on, and the ones without. I'll know when I'm editing which one is my absolute winner. And then we have got these. That's my favourite so far at the moment. I think just those lights on their own are my favourite. But let's see them with the candles on. that's probably lovely too. Now let's see them without the candles on and with the coloured lights. That's the ones with the shades, like I used to have when we were little, when I was little, like we used to have when I was little. And that's all of them on, all of the coloured ones on. And now with the candles on as well. So depending on the mood and who's in here and who wants what on, we've got a few different looks there. I don't know if this is genius or ridiculous. Hey, these lights, I think I got them from Amazon in the January sale. My favourite ones, they're this one. Cubist lights, micro cluster lights. 800 warm white lights on a green wire, and I think that's a 6-foot tree. I've no idea what you can see because I'm using my back camera. I've just had a quick watch through and I think having them all on is my favourite. Now I'm going to put all the little pretty things on. Most of these have memories, and some of them, like this, I feel like when I bought it, I was thinking, this is going to be such a fond memory. I know I got them second-hand from a second-hand shop, and there were 2 of them. Look, he's lost his ear. But I don't know where I was or who I was with, but I remember it was very early on when Bill was a little baby. I wonder where his ear is. I'm waiting for Wilf to get out of school. I ordered some of these because on a Thursday night I take all the boys to football, and Wilf, my littlest, is so massively into Christmas. He's as Christmassy as I am. So I thought I'd get some of these LED USB lights. I cannot get over how many meters there are here. They're dimmable as well, so when it is dark tomorrow, they'll still be festive and twinkly in here, but they'll be no brighter than any of the lights on my dash. So what I'm going to do now is, hopefully, I've got 20 minutes before Wilf will come out. It's hopefully, without getting into a massive tangle, I'm just going to get these lights sort of around the, you know, the little handles, those things there, and probably the mirror and the sunshades, so that when they get in tomorrow, and I ought to buy some sort of festive-y, or it won't be tomorrow, it'll be Thursday, it's only Tuesday today, they'll just feel all festive-y, and I'll perhaps get some mince pies and bits like that, or I don't know, Malteser rainbows or something. Let's see. Oh, radio's just come on. Oh, they're great. Perhaps shouldn't have unwound them like I did though. I'm in a bit of a muddle. To get out the car to do this. Oh, I don't think I should have unwound them all in a oneer. I'm just going to turn the lights off because people are turning up and they're going to see and wonder what I'm doing. I love it. I need to sort that out. Oh, Teddy's ringing me.
It's actually a vibe.
It's a vibe. It certainly is. Darling, I'm not going to drive while they're flashing. Can you put them on static? Thank you. That's it. Well done. They're good, aren't they?
Yes, sir.
Toby's on his way home, so I'm going to go and sort our supper out now. The kids are having some lasagna out of the freezer that Granny made on Bill's birthday. I'm going to pop in a couple of, I might make some chips, some potato wedges actually, for them to go with it. Toby and I are going to have a pasty type thing. It's like a aloo gobi wrapped in pastry thing. It's from the farm shop locally. I did a magic bag, too good to go, a little while ago. So it's been sat in my freezer, but I'm trying to run the freezer down. So we are eating some random stuff, and rather than eating all together the same thing, we're sort of, it's like a bit of a movable feast, a bit of a buffet. So I'm going to go and get on with that in a second. I've just cut out the papers. Oh, I love these papers, to extend the paper chains. I'll come back to this a bit later on. I need to do my online shop, supermarket shop, in a minute. Not my actual Christmas supermarket shop, but the sort of the store cupboard supermarket shop. The things that I can get to put in said emptied freezer, like sausage meat, and things like the chestnuts, stuff like that. We get a turkey from Ted's school that the boys have raised, and we get a bumper Christmas veg box from the garden down the road that I was talking about earlier on. And sorry about that, alarm went off. Can't remember what I was saying. Yes, I've got the I've got a Christmas delivery booked as well, so it's not a panic or anything. I don't know what Will's doing upstairs. I think he's moving his room around again. Right, I may or may not see you later. I don't know how long this is, but yesterday's was a bit long. And as a result, it didn't perform very well. Not that I really care, but I do care about you guys and that you get what you want. And if it is a bit too long and it's off-putting because you haven't got the time to watch that length, then I'd like to shorten it a bit. I know most of you don't give a monkeys, and some of you have even said the longer the better, mate, which is very sweet of you. But at the same time, yeah, I'm just aware that no one's got much time this time of year. Bunny's sighing.